So we got the opportunity to go inside of Markham, which is one of my favorite vineyards. I actually belong to their wine club. The reason I like them is because they produce very high quality wine that's also not at a super high price. They're definitely a huge value.
What I love most about making wine is really the challenges. I think, every year, you get fruit and the quality is different, but it's hard to really express. I love the challenges of it. I love the people that I work with. I love being able to create wines that really make people happy, because for me, it's all about bringing food and wine together, and I think Markham does a great job of providing those type of wines, and each vintage has its challenges, but it's just such a great camaraderie doing it together as a team, and I hope that always comes through in the bottle. My favorite wine to make probably is not necessarily the wine that I make the most of, which is Merlot, and that is probably one of my favorite wines to drink because it goes with a wider range of food. But I make Merlot in a much different style than, say, I would make Cabernet, and the reason for that is I think that Cabernet is very expressive of where it's grown, and so for me, I love to make Cabernet because I love that Cabernet showing me exactly where it's grown. I mean, it lets me taste the bay and fennel that surrounds the property. Maybe there's a eucalyptus tree and you get a little bit of mint, not every vintage, but maybe every other vintage. I think that, what I really love about Markham is I've been here for a really long time. I've been here for 23 years, 23 vintages. This is my 15th vintage as winemaker. And so what I think most people don't understand is we own 350 acres of our own vineyards. So I have, this amazing familiarity with each of those vineyards. And so, and plus having so many vintages under my belt, I have, when a vintage acts similar to another one, you can react and you have, some idea of like, maybe I should do this or maybe I should do that. And so I have kind of a leg up that way. I love that because we own so many of our own vineyards, that's really what allows us to keep our price down. So we haven't bought vineyard land in the recent expensive now, so we don't have to carry that into our bottle price. And so, it's really a value-oriented brand, but yet the quality is still there, and I think that sometimes that's forgotten. I'm working on harvest right now, and we're trying to finish up, but I'm quite compacted here at the winery. We have had a small vintage. The 2015 has had incredible quality, but it's been small, which, why am I compacted if it's small? And the answer to that is, really for me, a normal harvest is about 8 weeks. And then I've got about a week or a week and a half on the front end of that where stuff trickles in, maybe not every day, but that 8 weeks is a solid stream of fruit every single day. And then the tail end I have the same, a week to a week and a half. So that 8-week period this year has been compressed to 4 weeks. So now I have 4 weeks of fruit sitting in those tanks there, and it's kind of like a big Jenga board, and I have to figure it out. And so kind of crazy. Out on the crush pad, you probably saw Merlot coming in, and so we have still a little bit of Merlot, still a little bit of Cabernet, but I would guess by the end of next week, which will be still the first part of October, we will be finished with harvest, and that is crazy early finish. We started a little bit early, but just to see everything so fast, I've never seen anything like it before. But now I'll have that in my data bank for next time.
One of my favorite things at Markham is the upstairs photo gallery.
of Baron Woolman, who was the first chief photographer for Rolling Stone magazine. I think that it's just really cool to see that era, and he did an excellent job at capturing that time in history. Walking into the barrel room is really an amazing experience when you realize John Laurent was in this room over 100 years ago in 1879, making wine in the very room that you're standing in, and it survived earthquakes and just the time in Prohibition. To be in that same room where that was being done that long ago is just really special.